Now, the winter months can be challenging for those struggling with mental health. That is especially true in the LGBTQ community. This morning, we're taking a deeper look at why that is, and we're getting advice from mental health experts. John Casey is used to writing about his life.
I try to relate personally to everything, whether it's politics, sports, entertainment.
He's editor-at-large of The Advocate, a popular LGBTQ magazine. This winter, his December column covered a deeply personal topic, his own recent suicide attempt.
I just wanted to disappear.
He wrote candidly about spending 3 days receiving inpatient psychiatric treatment right before the holidays.
Because I legitimately wanted this to be something that people who were in the same situation could relate to, and I wanted to be able to offer them some encouragement and support.
A recent study found nearly 50% of LGBTQ people will have suicidal thoughts in their lifetime, compared with just 9% of the general population. Desiree Patrice is a psychotherapist who has patients in the LGBTQ community.
When we talk about mental health struggles, especially within the LGBTQ community, what are some of the most common struggles that you see?
Well, I certainly see people having a lack of connectedness and true emotionally vulnerable opportunities to speak and connect with people that they can really relate to and feel seen.
All human beings have mental health.
Dr. Christine Moutier works with the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. She says discrimination is another major factor. She spoke with us during a recent in-depth discussion on suicide on Morning News Now.
When it comes to LGBTQ, especially youth, they are experiencing rates of rejection, discrimination, harassment, violence, being kicked out of the home, homelessness. So that, as a culture and from a policy standpoint, is changing, but it needs to change faster.
And it's not just a struggle for young people.
It is a sad predicament that the LGBT community is all about youth and beauty, and that there's a lot of old people out there struggling. People are lonely. There's a lot of lonely LGBTQ people out there, older, lonely people. And it was frightening to see how many people reached out and told me the exact same thing.
Loneliness is something that therapists say can really send someone into a negative cycle.
Just because you have social connections, you could have a robust social life and a career, and you still feel loneliness because you could feel lonely around other people.
A study published this year found about 40% of people who had recently tried suicide said they were not receiving mental health services.
I think a lot of it is they don't know how to go about it. When you're in the hospital, they tell you to go see a psychiatrist and go get a therapist. And once you leave, then you're on your own.
So where can people begin?
Dive in and try to educate oneself, a little bit. And also feel empowered when you are looking for a therapist. Ask them questions about how they work with people that are your identity.
Experts say it's okay to be vulnerable. Letting your guard down can be the first step in healing.
The key is asking for help, isn't it?
Yes, it is asking for help. And on the other side of that too, if you're a friend or family member, you need to look out for a few things. In my case, I lost a lot of weight, about 20 pounds. I disengaged myself from society. My eyes were sunken in dark, and my voice changed. I have a loud, booming voice, and it changed. It was flat. And those are precursors. Those are signs for people who are struggling with mental illness. So if a loved one sees that from someone in their life, they need to step up and talk to them and make sure they get the treatment that they need and they deserve.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.